I have no idea what's happening.
Something's happening.
Oh God, I'm scared.
I'm sure everybody already knows in the audience.
Oh no.
So I don't know. We're getting the cameras
Am I not
ready.
in on the joke?
Roll 100.
It's not a joke.
Oh God, I'm scared. I'm about to be sacrificed.
I rolled a
So it's
17.
confirmed. Should we talk about it then?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
But that you were told they're coming up.
I was told.
We were swatted again.
Yeah.
Say what?
Yeah, again.
Are you serious? Oh, I should put the sword down.
Tim Pool. You're familiar with them, Timcast IRL. Now, a while back, we had discussed last major time we discussed this. He had gotten swatted, and that was there was one with Marjorie Taylor Greene, then Brandon Tatum, and he was cyber attacked. Then he had an intruder that basically showed up at his compound, without permission. That person has been arrested and is being held on there. And one thing about that person, and you say, well, Tim should drop the charges on that. You never know the incident. Well, there's nothing Tim can do with that. Because basically the cops came in, they were dealing with a swatting situations on there, and the guy was an intruder, and there are laws in that state that basically he was trespassing. There are signs of trespassing, and that there are laws that throw the book at people like that. So that person has to see a judge, see whether or not he will be spending some time in jail. And like I said, he had some cyber attacks, and just now this past week, during the day before and the day currently, he had several more swatting events. One of them in his own home. I think it's in West Virginia, because he has a house in West Virginia. In his own home itself. Actually, it was a so-called swatting. It was actually someone called a gas leak to the situation. Now, here's the major thing on the whole situation. Jeremy over at the Quartering is offering a $10,000 reward for information to the arrest of whoever is responsible. And I think they are getting a little close to the situation. The recent information that I have received and Tim Pool's put out, that whoever is responsible for this, it could be one, could be two, could be multiple people on there. The particular calls were coming from California, certain ones, and they were automated. And the reason why they automated because it was coming out the same way, the way that they were being sent, and of course, when you call a 911 in, basically the call sounds similar. So these are like automated, because people can do voice on it. I would assume this was, an automated voice system that they used. But we know, for example, it's coming from the California part of it. And if it is California, but, knowing a really good hacker, he would try to divert that in different states or different countries. But the thing about it is, this is sounding more and more organized. This is my opinion. This is sounding more organized because you had one with Marjorie Taylor Greene. You had Brandon Tatum. You had just the recent one. He had on Lauren Sutherland twice on. And that's where the swatting events happened. It happened during the show, as you saw in the beginning, the segment in the beginning there. And it's ridiculous. This is the thing is, this is a very dangerous thing. And I'm going to say this once again. Whether you like Tim Pool or not, whether you agree with him or not, whether you disagree with his guest on who he has on the show, you do not have the right to attack his show in the way by contacting the police and swatting his production house or his own home. Where are you going to stop? Understand this. People have gone to jail for this. People have died because of swatting. Someone has been shot. Someone had a heart attack. People have died because of the stupidity that some people out there think they're doing, that either they're doing it to razz someone up or to attack them politically. See, the thing is, things are starting to change. They're starting to move ahead. The media, the mainstream media is realizing right now that they have lost pretty much almost all their viewers at this point. The amount of people in is very small now, especially networks like MSNBC and CNN. From what has been saying recently, whether we trust this or not, new CEO, CNN and Discovery taking over, they plan to hopefully revert back to news. Just news. No opinions, just straight on news reporting. Let's hope that it goes this way, because we have a situation where the media has divided this country because of people who are either ill-experienced in this business or they were educated by radicals in broadcast school, in college. Because you hear how some people talk. They're very unprofessional in how they talk. Then when you have people like Tim Pool, and like I said, whether you like him or not, he's had a very good show. There are times I disagree with him, and I could say that. There are times I disagree with him or certain guests on that, but he's allowed to have the guests. It is his show. The same thing, with Joe Rogan, on who he has guests on the show. Joe can pull anyone up on there. He can have a time machine, go back in time, pull Hitler on the show. For all that said to the situations. 60 Minutes years ago used to pull in some great interviews with people that you wouldn't think. I mean, George Soros was interviewed on there, and how arrogant son of a bitch that he is on there, showing his true colors. This is the situation that goes on constantly. And for some people out there to just say, we're just going to attack these studios. We're just going to attack these YouTubers. We're just going to attack them left and right. I hope they find you and throw the fucking book at you. Plain and simple. For the reason is, this is illegal. You could get somebody killed or multiple people killed. And and not only the people that are there that you swatted, these police officers should be elsewhere handling other situations that are drastically dangerous situations, that all their resources is pulled to this situation that could get other people killed. Same thing with fire department. And if you do a fake call to that situation, you are responsible to the actions of what happens afterwards. If you send the fire department to do a gas situation, and there's a fire and people die in the fire because that engine was trailing a fake call, that's on you, whoever you are out there. I know you don't give a flying fuck, but I'm going to tell you this. There's going to be a point where, like the song says, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. they will find you, and they're getting close. They're getting close. And believe me, and I know Tim Pool wants the book thrown at you. Because not only are you going to get probably federal, local, you'll get a civil lawsuit probably as well. You're going to be dealing with a lot of court time. This may not be resolved in a year, may not be resolved in 2 years, but you're going to be sitting in jail for quite some time. And if you have any assets, that's going to drain away real quick. So I hope this gets resolved fast, and I hope it gets into somebody's mind out there. That person or persons responsible for this, and will stop doing this. But hey, listen, you already see what happens on Twitter, because these are the same people that are on Twitter a lot of times that are attacking a lot of the people out there, thinking that basically that the rules are their rules, and basically we have to obey what they tell us, and that they're the ones who are the information, the gatherers of information and all that, which is ridiculous on there. You have an opinion, that's fine. You want to express it, that's fine. But when you attack someone, that's not fine. That's violating the Constitution to begin with.